Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where we are going to do a shakedown. Today's beverage is a very delicious banana milkshake, very nice indeed. So welcome back to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode we were building once again and managed to get lots more cells put in, a lot of the extras, and also we found some tunnels, which was a good thing to find. I mean, it's not ideal, but you're best finding them rather than discovering them through other means, aka people actually escaping with them, so that was okay. We have in this episode to build probably this cell block here, which we'll discuss that in a moment, and also put a couple of bits of flooring in here and there, maybe some grass, and overall just put the finishing touches to this build. There's a couple of changes and alterations I want to make as well, so let's go ahead and run down those now. First things first, I'm going to go to bureaucracy and start to unlock the micromanagement, and that will allow us to micromanage the deliveries and supply of food, because these nurseries here have no prisoners assigned to them. Now, I actually think I know what the problem is, and people have also pointed this out. If we remove this common room on both of these areas, this should then get defaulted to the correct deployment, so all of these will then be assigned to those, and in fact that so far looks to be what's happened. I can't actually tell. In logistics you can see I've got like prison labour and such, but I can't go for food and laundry distribution, but I think that's going to fix itself. It doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are not able to leave. I don't know if that's the case or not, but at least we still have the table tennis, the dumbbells, the gym mats, and we're fulfilling those needs in here as opposed to them having to leave and get food other ways. Shakedown is okay. We're on 147 of 416 places. What I'm going to do as well is also dismantle these fridges here, because as was rightly pointed out by a couple of people, these fridges are not all really necessary in both of these canteens. We have 8 fridges, but we only have 6 cookers. So yeah, we just don't need that amount of freezers. We can put some more cookers in if necessary, but I don't think it is. The reason we want to remove those is because the power is very close to tripping, and it probably will trip once we build on the left hand side. Moreover, yeah, it's over that level where it could break, and that dropped a lot further than it should. What's happened? Ah, okay, it's turned off turned off all of this. So it looks like that power cable, in me removing that, has removed the power cable to 8 cookers in total, and would be 4 metal detectors as well as the other freezers, so that's why it's dropped. We've also found a tunnel from Haley Simpson here, and it didn't really go very far. We'll just tell them to remove that tunnel. Also, as people have requested, we're going to go to our objects and then to the sprinkler systems, and we're going to place a sprinkler system there, and obviously we'll connect that up to the water, just in case that does go boom. Hopefully the sprinkler system will survive, and then put out the fire, because we did have fire and escapes and all of that, fires and tunnels and such. Yeah, and also people said about the doggos like just happily napping away there while there was fire spreading through here, and then people spraying water. Yeah, well, they do like a nice toasty warm bed, and also they like playing around in water, so you know what, they're just content. It's fine, everything's okay there. We do have a bit of problem with the food trays not being collected. I'm going to go ahead and hire some more staff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sack it. We'll just get some more. So hopefully they can fix that problem. Also, people have requested, and I think it's a good idea, to increase our max staff taking a break up to a little bit higher level. So it was on 10%. I've put it to 20. So it should mean that the staff can take the breaks and fulfill those needs, which, to be fair, most of them are fulfilled anyway. We also have our prisoner needs, which seems to be fairly fine. They've got a couple of critical needs in hygiene and recreation. That'll sort itself out in the next couple of hours. And then some high and medium needs for some things. But it's nothing critical. Nothing that I'm going to worry about, put it that way. So we've got in the sprinkler system in here. Yes, check. We've removed that in here. Yes, check. We still have to search it. Food is being... why are they there? Escort prisoner to cell. And also we have a featherstone there. Why are these like hanging around? We have how many available? 11 regular guards available, yet they are not being escorted to their cell. I also want to know why they are just hanging around there as well. They had found drugs 2 hours. You would have thought they'd been escorted to their cell. How strange. It definitely is cells. If we check out our policy, everything is locked down. We don't have anything that is set to... We don't have anything that's set to solitary because we don't have solitary. How curious. Anyway, we've got some more intake, and as far as I can see, there's no other children with them. You can see these guys. Oh, yeah, there we go. The nursery is being used. This one doesn't have anyone assigned to it, but there's no one in themselves anyway, and we can probably check that out now in logistics and food distribution. Yeah, that's fine. So this is the kitchen is supplying the canteen, and the canteen is being supplied is supplying all of these family cells. So that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, that's great. That's fine. We're going to turn shakedown off. We found some amount of stuff. It says there's high levels of contraband, but quite frankly, it doesn't look to be high level. And right, let's get on building. So over to our objects and utilities, and then the electrical cable, and we're going to run that in. The problem we have at this stage is the lack of water supply, so I'm going to bring this pipe down from the top there. It doesn't really matter where we bring it down to, but as long as we bring it from somewhere, and then we're just going to run these right across. So let's do just that. So I have roughly planned out each one of these. I want to probably put in the doors here. I don't think cloning is the way to go. I just don't think that's going to happen. The doors will go in there. This is going to be shower. Doors will go in... no. Doors will go in there. We could do something about this central section and alter it, but I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Don't know if we're just going to leave it as is, probably. I could, I guess, seal that off and put, like, entrances there for the shower, and then the same on that side, and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 showers. That's 10, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it's not good enough. We'll do that and have it like we did originally. So we'll have the showers along there. That should be reasonable. So we'll wait for the workers to crack on with all of that stuff. We'll just put it up another notch. We can see the workers are coming along here and stopping. I haven't got a door there, and I think I probably should. It just means it's better access for the staff members. The downside is obviously the security will be low if I put it there. But it means that the workers... Oh, to be fair, now the workers can just come through the cleaning cupboard or something. So, yeah, I mean, putting the door there, it would reduce the distance they have to travel, but I think it should be fine. And oh, we have an overdose here. This is Ika's, and we do have a guard coming. That's fine. There we go. And then they've grabbed them, and they're quickly, and I do stress quickly, although we have got the speed up. They are rushing them to the infirmary, which is exactly what we want. They actually went through the mailroom doing it, so there you go. The high levels of contraband in the prison. Yeah. I know there was several people mentioning about the contraband, saying, well, you know, it can be flung over the wall. Yeah. I mean, thanks for pointing it out. That's much appreciated, but yes, I'm aware that that's where it's coming from for the most part. Obviously, stuff can be smuggled in. That's not something I can do much more about. We do have the dog handlers, so they're sniffing all of the people that are coming in, so they might find stuff there. We've also got the metal detectors as they come in. Haven't got anywhere to search, so we haven't got the materials scanner because that's a DLC that I haven't got activated. But yeah, other than that, it's not too bad. Anyway, so I've just put all of the walls in on the left-hand side. Going to wait for the builders to come along and sort that out. I also realised that, that it is a bit dirty around here. We've got, like, the janitor there. Is anyone actually assigned to that cleaning cupboard? Laundry distribution, prison labour. We've got one person in the cleaning cupboard and one person here. So, yeah, and also that person, Hereford, who had found luxuries. How many luxuries? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 luxuries. Okay. Intelligence, 24 hours... 1, 2, 3, 4 mobile phones, drugs, and a pocket watch. And yep, that's almost certainly been... Yeah, it's all been thrown in. The only way to resolve that is to put the... actually, perimeter wall doesn't even fix that either. So the only way to resolve it would be to expand around and put the bigger sort of layers in for that. You need a gap of 10 or more, I think. So we'll see. well, it's not going to happen, certainly at this stage. But there you go. Anyway, we have our builders who are cracking on very nicely over on this side. We're going to go over to our rooms and then to cells. And then I'm going to put in the cells down the bottom, cells in the middle and there, and then finally at the top as well. Looks like because of the electrical distribution, we're not supplying electricity everywhere. So that cross there should filter out and get the rest of it. We probably don't even need it that large, but it is what it is. Over to our objects and to beds. And the bed is going to go, well, it's basically going to be a similar thing to what we've got on the other ones. So I'm just going to place the beds all the way along there. Similar down the bottom there as well. This one will go on the inside. And there we go. And obviously the head sort of end is facing like where the door would be. Not that it makes any difference mechanically. It's just, it just seems to make it, I know, a little bit better there. So how are we going to do this? Those go there, and I want to have those in here. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And then we'll rotate it round, and then these will go in here as well. There we go. That's not too bad at all. Obviously going to take quite a while for them to crack on with that. Walls and doors. Over to doors. We'll get our jail door. And then we'll put all of these in as well. Now these are legit cells, so once they are all built, then it's going to take some. It's going to take some time to build the rest because the doors need to be open and closed. But that's all of the doors put in. I'm not going to order any more until it's sorted. Although I will, I guess technically, I'm going to have to order the building of the plumbing as well. So get the plumbing system in. We'll have to do that and that because that's where the showers are going to go. So that's all pretty much done. So 2 grants on the go. Prison manufacturing facility. We don't have one of those. And our cell block C, which we are getting close to completing actually, because obviously we're building all of these cells and that'll take us over the 100 size for our prison total capacity. Maximum safe capacity is going up to 120 of those 100 are parent capacity. And, oh! 1 deaths today. Where? It doesn't state. It says around here. Looks like Diana Huddleston, age 61. Destruction found, weapons found, drugs. Failed pharmacological treatment to drug addiction. And had a success with the foundation education course. I mean, estimate chance of reoffending 2%, but they're in here. I don't know what's happened there. Injured. I don't know what's happened there. I really don't, because the reason to be in here is because of parole. But it doesn't say in here that they've failed any parole, because normally when they fail parole, they can kick off. But no, maybe someone else has failed parole and they've just been dragged into it. I don't know. How curious. Almost finished with... Oh, there you go. You can see we've got some prisoners here who are delivering the new uniforms to these cells. Pretty good. We'll get that ding-a-ling noise any second when we complete the grant. Just takes one little extra bit of building in here. We've got several cells that are not yet completed, and there we go, there's that extra grant. We have another block, cell block D. We might as well pick it up. It's a 10 grand advance payment and there's no reason not to pick that up. Go over to shower and place the showers in like so. Showers are fairly simple. It's just drains, and what I'm going to do is build them right across the top there as well. We don't technically need this one and this one, but I'm going to put it in just for the sake of completeness. There we go, and it means that if one of these does break, it means that's not going to allow water to flow out as well. So, I mean, to be fair, with this one, I've put the drains everywhere, so maybe I follow, maybe for the sake of completeness, I do that. Because that's what I've done with the other ones, right? So, it makes sense, I guess. It makes sense. 23 minimum security prisoners are going to arrive shortly. I am still keeping it to minimum because they have a highest chance to be a parent, and means going in these cells here, which obviously we would like to fill up. Building over here is certainly progressing. Still a bit of the cells to finish off, as well as some of the pipe work, but we should be fine. Here's 24. Let's just check out our informants, actually. We do have... Oh, we have an ex-law enforcement. Right, so that's one of the things I haven't really been looking at too much. We haven't been looking out for anyone that could be classed as, like, in danger. And we have ex-law enforcement here and ex-law enforcement here. Now, this is primarily a low-risk facility. In fact, we've got minimum security 71 and medium security only 4. So the original... intake that we had, which was minimum security, we've almost filtered that out. It's almost just onto the minimum security now. So there's 3 ex-law enforcements, but we also have volatile, fearless, volatile, stoical, strong, and extremely quick. But nothing I'd really, I think is a big issue. The ex-law enforcement is potentially an issue, but because it's a low-risk facility, there's no violent traits, there's no legendary prisoners. Incidentally, we do have the ability to intake a legendary prisoner, and I know someone said, oh, get that turned on because we might get like an interesting prisoner. Yes, we might, but it's also high risk. I might even be supermax. So, no, no, we're not going to do that. Excuse me. So I think that would be something for maybe a future series or future expansion, and that's not exactly a gentle rocking, but there you go. They are asking about luxuries there. Fair enough, fair enough. Any of these with child? We've got one. Oh, another featherstone. Yeah, cool. And that's about it. The chief is calling. This will be about the radios, I would imagine. Radio host was apparently fired after a lot of complaints. Yeah, we don't have any radios in the facility anyway, so I wasn't really too concerned about that one. I want to say I wasn't at all concerned. So we're going to go over to flooring and to our concrete tiles, and we're going to place concrete tiles in and around this facility. And this is our cell block, D, E, F, whatever it is. Actually, no. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, whatever it is. Insert other alphabets here. Yes, insert other alphanumerics here. It is what it is. And it depends on whether you class the family ones as well. But anyway, that is the flooring. Technically, we'll put white tiles into there, but I mean, we don't really need it, do we? I also want to go ahead and check out our utilities and connections to make sure that everything is fully connected up to the phone tap, which, as far as I can tell, it is not. I knew I had missed something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 phone booths in total, and those are connected, those are not connected. And I think that is about it. There's none in there, so that should be fine. Let's just double check on our programs. We have Foundation Education program, which several people are interested in. I'm not going to run any more though. General Education is also all right. We have Pharmacological Treatment to Drug Addiction. It says 1 there that we're going to run that. Oh, it's actually... Is that Marples that may be doing that? Yeah, and they've just went to the shop and got a book by the look of it. There you go. Magazine. Alcohol group we're running. We are running parole. Spiritual guidance is also on the go. We don't need any more. There is interest for the workshop safety induction, kitchen safety and hygiene, and the carpentry apprenticeship. Oh, that's actually 0. And then the behavioural therapy 1 in the queue. We don't have any place to put that. Admittedly, what the? Oh, I was going to say, I thought flashing like a bottle of booze or something, but no, it's like some sort of shower gel or something like that. Yes, so there was been, requests to put in a couple of extra buildings, and I think it would be a good idea. That would be a security room, because we haven't got a security room. That means we can't have confidential informants and things like that, but we can only get confidential informants if we have solitary, and we don't have that either. So we would actually need 2 buildings rather than the 1. So realistically, it ain't going to happen with this size of facility unless we expand. And that was the original intention, but we'll come to that later on. We have another 10 minimum security arriving, so yeah, we're also on good daily cash flow, over 3,000, nearly 3,400 there. And I'm going to spend a bit of that by going over to our flooring, to the grass, and I'm going to place a lot of grass around here. So I think we can place it around here, which should be fine. It's going to go around and... Ah, the warden's calling. Let's see what they want. I've just received word that the prisoners are unhappy with how much time they are having to work during the day and planning to cause trouble. A guard overheard someone say that if they had to work more than 2 hours, they were going to tear this place apart. And now the mayor's calling, because of course they are. Media have started a campaign over the immunities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat on my office. I'm passing a bill which bans TVs in common areas in prisons, so I need you to remove all TVs from your common rooms, or you will be fined. We have 4 TVs. Okay. What I'm going to do then is remove the TV from those bits there. So what I've done is actually remove the designation of common room underneath the TV rather than remove the TV itself. So we've we very much followed it as a sort of we've followed the letter of the law rather than the spirit of the law here. Let me just change all of this to... Oops, that's been... So change all of this to free time here. And that now has... The prisoners work less than 2 hours, or 2 hours or less. That is fine. And remove TVs from common rooms. We've done that as well. So I've removed the TVs from the common rooms. The TV is still technically in a room with the common room, but the TV is not in a common room. Like I say, we've sort of lawyered it a little bit there. It's not following the spirit of the law, but just the letter. Lots of darkness in and around these cells here. There's very few lights. I'm just going to place a couple of lights in here because, well, it would be nice to actually have that illuminated. There we go. We're not going to do all of it. It would be fairly pointless there. Oh yeah, there we go. The workers are putting in that grass, which is fine. Let's go back over to flooring and then to the grass. And the grass can go down here. Grass can go along there. And then I'm going to go for concrete tiles all the way along this area. And then up here. And then up there. Along to the right. And then down to the bottom. And then that is that, I think, all tiled up. I haven't got this bit done. I'm actually going to place this as just grass. It'll just look a little bit better. And there's a notebook page. And I also want to go to our staff patrols. Yeah. How many do I have? 8 dog handlers. I'm going to hire 2 more. And go for deployment patrols, magenta patrol. And I'm going to have a magenta patrol from this section along, up, then across. And we will assign a dog handler to that. It's a bit over the top because we've got dog handlers going around these cells here. We also want a blue patrol. Excuse me. There. Another dog handler. Assign guards as well. We'll have a blue patrol inside. And we'll assign a guard in there. And do I want metal detectors in here? I do. There we go. Okay. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Needs-wise, fulfilled. Staff needs, sorted. Programs are okay. We could probably turn... No, pharmacological treatment is okay. We've got people assigned to that. There's 9 in the queue. Spiritual guidance, yes. So none of these I think we need to turn off. We have enough interested to run these programs, which is good. And we're making money anyway. Staff morale is 100%. 22 staff are happy in their jobs. 35 prisoners say they were well treated. What on earth has gone on here? 3 overdoses. Okay. I'm going to hire another doctor. Just in case they go... I was going to say go on sale. I don't know why. Just in case they go on break. Yeah. There seems to be a bit of a delay when it comes to escorting people to the cells, and I don't know why. I do not know why. But we now have prisoners in here, which is good. Going to do shakedown, all sectors. I was about to say it's going to be about 500 or more, and it's 506. And obviously we'll find a lot of contraband, naturally. Lots of contraband. 18 phones so far and increasing. 21. Will we get to 30 phones, do you reckon? Place your bets now. Finding the booze now. No tunnels though, which is good. As I say that, we find a tunnel. So, 5 bottles of booze, 2 bottles of poison, 6 cigs, packets of, 25 phones, 5 lighters, some drugs, shears, hammer, rope, needle, some rope again. Okay. And that'll be about it. We'll turn off that, because we've got enough going on. 109 total capacity. That's a little bit... It's not strictly right, because we're still removing tunnels. But over 100 capacity. Shared capacity says 90. Parental capacity 20. That's 110 in total here. Lots of stuff we just found there. The prison is still filthy. I'm going to put another couple more janitors in. The reason why it's so filthy is because lack of janitors, and also we're only working 2 hours a day. So even if there was everybody assigned to that cleaning cupboard, I mean, yeah, they're still not cleaning it. You see, max jobs for the library is 5, 10 for the cleaning cupboard, 5 for the shop, and 83 are qualified, and 5 for the mailroom, 83 are qualified. Okay. There's another overdose. I don't know where they're getting their stuff from, because they don't leave here. Interesting. Right. And how we're doing for the rest of the flooring? I think we're about right. See, there you go. This jail door here, I've purposely not put a door control system in, because I don't want a door control system to the armory. Where are the guards? It says there's 15 regular guards available. So why are there so many prisoners standing around there? Why is there so many food trays stacking over here? Look at that! That's ridiculous. What? 11 dirty food trays. I mean, do we just have a lack of... No, the sinks, they're empty. They're empty. I mean, the cook here, Brutus, is... You just pick something up and put it there. That... Okay. That's curious. Food distribution is set up. It's fine. So, this cook here, Highsmith, that's the name, is going to smash 3 sandwiches, leave the dirty food tray. There's another chef, Cole, who's just ate. So they're getting picked up and put there. How strange. I say strange, it's not strange at all. Because we've had this bug in the game, or some variation of, for what feels like a decade. It isn't a decade, obviously, because this system hasn't been in the game for a decade. In fact, I don't even know if the game's been out a decade. But certainly, it's a long time that we've had this bug, or some variation of it. Which is why I normally don't put staff needs on. In fact, we've had to cancel full series before, where there's like 20 dirty trays, dump, and still people hanging around here. We're not max capacity. Staff. Guards. Are we genuinely just understaffed? I mean, I know 20% can go on break, but we had... It said there was several free. Yeah, it even says on break, so the 14 available includes people on break, so I don't really know what the deal is there. Very curious. Okay. At least they're being escorted to their cells eventually. Yeah. Lots of prisoner uniforms, dirty, dumped around, but they are getting collected and escorted to their cells. We have reduced work to 2 hours or less. Got 8 hours for that. remove TVs from common rooms. We still have a little bit of time for that. I haven't done a taser rollout because we're not going to run one. I will unlock legal and offshore tax haven just because we've got so much cash. It's currently sleep time and I'm not going to do a shakedown. I want the prison to stabilise a little bit. Move food trade dirty. So where is that? Who's assigned to it? Jobs. Move food trade dirty. Look at that. Nobody's assigned to it. Some of them are. And some are... Yeah, there are some assigned to it, but some not. Move food trade dirty. No. And the kitchen staff, I mean, they're working well. We have 12 cooks, though. 6 aside seems reasonable. There's the warden calling. Prisoners settle down their work hours. Right, we can put it back. So over to regime. Work/free time. There we go. So it's now work/free time and then lock up. Let's have a look at our grading. Okay, punishment, middling at 4 out of 10. Reform 4 out of 10. Security 1 out of technically -5 to 5. So we can class it as a 6 out of 10. Health at -1, which goes to -5. So again, it's like a 4 out of 10. Not ideal. Prison value is 400,000. Daily profits about 7 grand. Capacity is 110. 1 death in custody, 1 prisoner escape. Paroled early 24 and an 8% reoffending rate. The reoffending rate of the 44 prisoners that have released is 22%. I don't know when it comes to real world examples what that is like, but there you go. Oh, hang on, are these not being collected either? It doesn't appear so. As soon as I've unlocked micromanagement, that seems to have broke it. Let me double check. This is also a staff only areas. That seems to be fine. I think. Yes. Got people assigned there, that's good. Logistics then. Food distribution. It's all assigned. They're simply not collecting trays. Ah, that old chestnut. Most of the trays are here. And even if I dump them, I don't think it matters. Like if I click on that, yeah, it's still in progress. It's just broke. It just broke. It just broke. Intake. Fill capacity. Is fine as well. Alright. Well. Oh, there's loads of empty food trays there. I was going to say if I put another sink in, will it work? No, probably not, because those are free anyway. They are getting to them, I think. It's probably fixable, to be honest. It is probably fixable. It's just going to be a case of assigning, with the micromanagement, the different... Assigning the kitchens and canteens to different things. But I'm not honestly going to mess around with it. I mean, the nursery is like an exception to the rule when it comes to the supply chain, as well as this area as well. There's the mayor as well. Media have moved on to something else. Okay, so I can go for a common room and put the common rooms back underneath the... Back underneath those other common rooms. Sorry, common rooms back underneath the TVs, so now the TVs are technically back in a common room, even though previously it was just working anyway. So there we go, and I think we are going to leave it there for this episode, and indeed this series. The original intention was to expand all the way around, but I come to the realisation that if we expanded to the south, we would get more prisoners. And that would be about it. Yes, we could maybe do workshop. Yes, we could probably do maybe maybe solitary and things like that, but the prison is functional and working as intended as it is. Apart from the fact that these food trays and stuff are completely bugged out, and I could probably fix it, but I'm not really too bothered, if truth be told. And there's other external factors as well that I can't get into now, but everything's fine. It's just we need to reschedule a couple of things for reasons that I'll discuss in a future couple of videos. So that's been a bit of Prison Architect, and also the end of this build series. The original intention was to make a prison which had female prisoners, and obviously that meant nurseries and things like that. We've turned on staff needs, we have our events on, we also played with a lot of these different like routes. So in the centre we have this big pathway where the visitors can go through and in to things like visitation and all of the people like the parole officers, which I think actually still go the long way around, but you know, I can't, there's no way I can fix everything. I think it's because of that one of these doors. If I remove that door, it'll probably fix it. Let me dismantle that and I bet that'll fix the problem. Yeah, so it is what it is. It works up to a point. We've also got these bridges as well, which originally I was going to put right next to it, but I was going to put two of them in, but yeah, you can't. It glitches out, so that's fixed it. But we do have our family cells. We do have all of the low and medium risk capacity in. We don't have death row, which we weren't going to do, and the game was reminding us, but no, we're not doing that. But overall, it's been okay. It's been fun. We can see our reoffending rate is getting reduced. In terms of what we could have done better, there's probably several things, but for coming back to the game after a bit of a break, and also coming back and doing a prisoner with a different prisoner set and having extra things on there, as well as extra needs like the staff needs, and also the space. Obviously we've ran with a very small area, so yeah, fairly happy with what we've got and what we have ended up with. There could be some changes and alterations made, and we may come back to do that. Like I say, the main problem is this food thing, which there might be a very simple fix, there might not be. I am not inclined to spend a lot of time trying to troubleshoot it, quite frankly, but there you go. Hopefully this has been a fun and interesting series, and hopefully the journey has been good. As for future series, certainly we'll be jumping back into Prison Architect, and I'd like to know what you think we should do in terms of builds and such. I think whatever we do, I think we're going to go the other side, the opposite side of the coin. So this one was quite chill, quite relaxing, quite sedate. We had, like, let's say, prisoners that were not violent and things like that, and I think we're going to go probably the other way. So we might go high risk, we'll put lots of events on and maybe put weather on and things like that, and just make it a little bit extra difficult for us, and just managing that as well should be quite interesting. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this episode and the series as well. Comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.